Let's move on. One match in the Premiership this weekend. Kilmarnock on a run of 5 straight wins and 10 matches unbeaten. They travel to take on a Hamilton side in relegation trouble and on a run of 4 straight defeats. Commentary comes from Paul Mitchell.
Martin Canny makes 4 changes from the side that lost to Celtic. Goalkeeper Gary Woods returns, as do Dougie Emery, Georgia Cerise and Lewis Ferguson. Darren Lyon is suspended. Out go Fulton, Redmond and Jenkins. Jamie MacDonald's elbow injury means a start for Leo Fasan. Stephen O'Donnell is ill. Alan Power onto the bench. There starts for Aaron Simpson and Greg Kiltie. 11 minutes applause will happen round New Douglas Park in memory of John Lambie, the former Accies manager, who passed away this week. McKenzie will send that long. Broadfoot. Bingham to get on the other side of him. Inside it goes Ali Crawford. Crawford sets it up. That's for Daniel McKinnon on the right foot. Rattles the frame, does Daniel McKinnon. Put plenty of power behind it. Good play from Crawford to spot him. Rolled it in his path perfectly. Simpson moves out to McKinnon. He's playing well. Plenty of support. Inside onto Crawford. Ferguson calling for it on the far side, but Bingham will take it himself. Forces a save from Leo Fasan, who has the aggrieved Leeds defence goalkeeper look about him. Great play from Bingham to hold off Dicker to get the shot away. Kilmarnock lost only 2 of 15 away in the Scottish Premiership this season, as that's brought down beautifully by Ferguson. Another good save from Leo Fasan. Something out of nothing here. Great control from the ball from McKinnon and let fly. Won't just stretching, little jersey pull as well on Jordan Jones. He looks disgusted as referee Barry Cook gives the free kick. Trots back into defensive position, Jones and Dicker. Jones directing traffic, but he'll leave it for Gary Dicker to play in. The header, Kurt Broadfoot! It's his first goal for Kilmarnock, and he's stooped to conquer. Lovely little ball played in, got down, the header gave Gary Woods no chance. Kilmarnock ahead. Control, McMahon back on to Ferguson. Ferguson away from Simpson, upended by Dicker. That's going to be a free kick. Could be some paperwork as well. Yeah, Gary Dicker is going to get yellow carded. First foul, doesn't matter. Bad foul, yellow card. Beautifully taken away by Ferguson. Martin Canning watching on Templeton. Templeton strikes the post, but it's in. That's off the goalkeeper, who could do absolutely nothing about it. Accies won't care, they have the equaliser, and David Templeton, he's been out for the last 3 games, will take the credit. Plenty of power in it, off the woodwork, and the goalkeeper gave himself no chance. Killie building again. That's a good tackle by Watt, but Mulumbu will be there together. On to Power. Simpson on the overlap, little ball in, Chris Boyd! Well, he's not fed up with scoring this season, Chris Boyd, that's number 21. 15 goals in the last 2 seasons combined. He's having a terrific season. He plays with a smile on his face, and no wonder, but he can pop these away. 2-1 Killie. Sent to Jones, away from Emery. One did well. Tried to send it long, that's just going to come back. Mulumbu tucks it round the corner. Here's Brophy. That would have been 3-1, that's a good save. Gary Woods going down, turning it round the corner. Mulumbu and Brophy combining well, and the goalkeeper doing his job.
I thought the reaction to the game going 1-1 was excellent, because from nowhere the lad Templeton's came off the bench. He's hit a wonderful free kick, and they've had the break off the post. It's hit Leo Fasan and gone in. The way we got a control of the game after that and scored an excellent second goal to win the game was really pleasing.
For us, it's disappointing. Big opportunity to get points, like we said before the game. We always knew it was going to be a difficult game, but we didn't do enough to take the 3 points. Probably we could have took a point for it, but ultimately we've taken nothing.
Yet another win for Kilmarnock, 6 in a row. It's just a given these days that they win every single match they play, it seems. So we'll get to Kilmarnock shortly. As for Hamilton Academical, well, they're very much in the relegation mire and slack defending.
Well, without doubt, that's their 5th consecutive defeat. It seems like a recurring theme on here on a Sunday evening.
Hence the caption.
Here is
Hamilton slack academicals.
Yes, an unmarked header in the 6-yard box. Unforgivable defending. You just can't get away with it, and that is why they're in trouble. Again, don't manage to get the challenge in, and when the ball breaks out to the right-hand side here, defensively, got to get tighter, stop the cross at source. He doesn't. And then the centre-half's got to get into a better position to stop the cross. Chris Boyd does really well, lifting it over the goalkeeper. That's a decent finish, 21st goal of the season for the big chap. But for Hamilton, as I mentioned, a recurring theme.
I suppose the question is, are their defensive problems any worse than the other sides that they're kind of fighting it out for against in relegation?
You seem to be talking about them all the time, but probably not, actually. I think a lot of these teams are similar. They're not getting beaten. They're not getting turned over massively. They're not losing 4-5-0 in games. They're always kind of in games, but they're losing. They've taken 1 point from 18. It has to be a concern. Only 4 points above the playoff spots, so they're not in a good place.
This is the part of the show where I ask you just how good a job Steve Clarke's doing at Kilmarnock. Just to mix things up slightly, let's have a look at the fixtures post-split, shall we? Because the question has to be...
They're in the hunt for Europe.
They are in the hunt for Europe, aren't they, Michael?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. And when you think about the record they've got against the teams at the top, obviously Aberdeen have got a bit of a hoodoo over them, so that first game's going to be a really interesting one. And Hibs have taken points, but you look at the 2 Glasgow clubs, Hearts as well. They've got a very good record against the top teams at the table, and there is, for me, there's no question that they're going to have an outside chance of getting into Europe. And I would imagine down at Rugby Park, within the changing room, they've got a belief that they can do that as well.
That's what I was going to say. They've created this mentality at the club where losing doesn't even enter their headspace, and that collective belief comes from winning games. It comes from winning games, but also comes from a manager that's completely transformed the team and the club. And you look yesterday, years gone by, we've seen travelling Kilmarnock supports of, hundreds.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Packed, I think it was over 2,000.
Speaking of headspace, this ball entered Leo Fasan's headspace. Fantastic strike from Templeton, his first touch of the ball basically, but a sore one for the keeper.
Yeah, it is. It's a very sore one for Fasan, right in the fazog.
Yeah, I mean, it's great technique from David Templeton, but unfortunately for him, that goes down as an own goal.
Okay, let's move on. The split is now here, and this is how the Ladbrokes Premiership table is looking. Kilmarnock now just 4 points behind Hibernian. Hamilton remain 4 points clear of Ross County on the same points as Dundee. The race for Europe and the race to avoid relegation should keep us royally entertained until the end of the season.